I don't mean to be critical, sir, but you tend toward profligacy. Nonsense, Simmons. I don't buy anything except books. You cannot possibly tell me I've squandered my fortune upon books. Squander is not the word I would have used, sir, but it was the books that did it, I believe. Well, there it was. We were paupers. Such is the fate of the upper classes in this modern world. I didn't know what to do, and I dreaded telling Lizzie. She was in boarding school at the time, but even from a distance she can be quite fearsome. Lizzie is my sister. She is 16. Despite the popularity of my poetry, I wasn't making enough money at it to maintain our household at Pocklington Place. Another source of income was necessary. I set out to find one. Being a gentleman,
it is for the attentive reader to decide for himself whether Mr. Savage is deserving of that epithet.
The trades were quite out of the question. Commerce is not a gentlemanly pursuit, and sounds wretched besides. I considered physic or law, but lawyers turn my stomach, and physicians are scoundrels all. I decided it must be marriage. Finding a suitable family to marry oneself off to might sound a bore, but turned out to be rather a lark. I sought out only families of enormous means, without bothering myself too much about social position. As such, I had a few truly unpleasant experiences, but no dull ones. The Babingtons were every bit as eccentric as one reads in the papers, and proved entirely unsuitable. Not that I object to eccentricity, but it's not a quality one searches for in a wife. Sir Francis Babington and I are old friends, he having once savaged a collection of my poetry.
I believe this is meant to be an unfortunate play upon my cousin's name. It is a literary offence, typical of him.
Frank, I said one evening, having contrived to run into him while taking a turn about the park.
My cousin refers naturally to Hyde Park. This, in case the reader has the misfortune to be on the continent or in the colonies, is the London park which people of fashion and breeding frequent.
I suppose it's about time I came over for dinner. I abhor taking turns about the park. I only do so when I have ulterior motives. Looking for a wife, Savage? Said he. Certainly not, I replied coldly. I was thrown off. I hadn't thought myself so transparent. I groped for a new subject, but wasn't quick enough. Never fear, lad. You'll find no judgment here. He was laughing. Sir Francis is a ruddy and a rotund man, and his laugh is well matched to his person. Been looking to unload Agnes for a while now, as a matter of fact. Helen and I ain't particular as far as who to, and you'll do just fine. Why don't you come round Tuesday evening? This sort of impropriety I would ordinarily celebrate, but not when auditioning fathers-in-law. I declined. The Pembrokes I enjoyed greatly, but the prospect of a half-dozen sisters-in-law was untenable. One sister is quite enough. I made it as far as a dinner, which was proceeding reasonably well, when the littlest one, Martha, decided to be Mr. Hyde. She jumped up on the table, thumped her chest with her tiny fists, and heaved a roasted pheasant at my head. That was that. The Hammersmiths could have been the ticket, but their daughter was, I believe, replaced at infancy with a horse. I could carry on and mention the Wellingtons, Blooms, and Chapmans, but my native discretion forbids it. Suffice it to say that the field was quickly emptied of players, and my options began to run low. At the end of the day, in fact, the only real possibility was the Lancasters. They were rich, they were respectable, and respected, and their daughter was beautiful. I will say that, whatever else I may lament, Vivian is very beautiful. Her hair is beaten gold. Her eyes are a meteorological blue. Her figure is... well, you've heard about her figure. It was her beauty